Hola, soy Jesús y esto es Channel. Volvemos de nuevo con Bravely Default. Hemos vuelto a Caldisla después de haber derrotado al maestro de día, al maestro espadachín. Es decir, haber conseguido. Hemos conseguido el pirata y el maestro espada. No sé, maestro espada, maestro espadachín, yo creo que maestro espadachín. El pirata lo conseguimos viniendo para acá, nos encontramos con una niebla en mitad del mar y pues ahí estaba, no me lo esperaba. Y aquí en medio nos falta uno que yo creo que es el ninja, que tiene que estar en algún lugar por aquí. Porque leí que en este capítulo pues salía el ninja. Leí en qué capítulo salía cada clase para intentar no saltarme ninguno porque vi que de repente me habían dado el maestro espadachín y me faltaban dos huecos y no sabía pues qué era. Hemos vuelto aquí porque han dicho que el posadero y se había puesto enfermo, no sé qué, y había dejado la posada cerrada. Y queremos saber qué ha pasado.
Huh? Who are you? I'm a distant relative of the innkeep. He's too sick to get up and about, so I'm filling in for him. He's bedridden? Is it serious? Not at all. The doctor says he doesn't need to stay in bed, but, well, you should see for yourself. Well, we'd better go see him then.
Vamos a ver qué le ha pasado a este pobre hombre.
Are you feeling okay? He's having a nightmare.
Que este era el padre del caballero que nos salvó aquí. Cuando tuvimos el
I guess
Cantisla.
he's become despondent since Owen died.
His son was everything to him.
It must be hard to deal with it alone.
What about that girl? She's related to him, right?
She has to go back to her home soon, I hear.
How do you know that?
Oh, it just came up. Let's check my journal before things take a turn for the worse, We'll bring the orphan to the inn we set out from. That sounds right.
Va a dar al huérfano.
Oh, this is the inn we set out from. And the
Ah.
orphan, I guess that means Ego? That's nonsense. Mrs. Goodman has given him a good home.
Come to think of it, Egel's parents were guards, just like Owen. He said he was raised by his kind grandfather after they died.
But
It doesn't
A
have
ver
to
si
be
va a ser su
permanent,
abuelo.
just until the old man gets better. Do you think we could have Egel stay here a while?
I guess that's up to Egel.
Right.
Otra vuelta. Nada, volvemos. Que me den ya el barco volador de nuevo, por favor. Espero que no haya ningún trabajo más que esté por ahí metido con mitad del mar o algo así. Que no aparezca como misión secundaria. Nada. Idea tiene más ataque que Tis y aún así quita menos. No sé cómo hacer que Idea quite más. Lleva lo del arma a una mano para tener más daño. No sé. Si no me equivoco, sí que tiene más. 187. Buah, es que le saca encima de un montón de daño. Y aún así, no hay manera. Tis quita mucho más. Supongo que a lo mejor por lo de pegar más golpes. Que Tis pega más golpes debido a la que tiene más agilidad o algo así. Antimagia. Antimagia lo ha aprendido como habilidad. Sí. Aumenta la defensa mágica, recibe un ataque mágico. Sí podría ser útil. Steve pega muchos más golpes atacando. Ella suele pegar entre 6 y 8 y Tis pega entre 7 y 11. Entonces, vamos a ver si Jill quiere irse a la posada. Cuando ha dicho que lo crió su abuelo, a lo mejor es que es su abuelo.
Hey, you guys! You came to see me!
Hello, Eagle. You look happy.
He's been bouncing off the walls ever since this morning when he heard you were coming.
He isn't always this way?
No. Since you left, he's been moody.
Is that true, Eagle?
Mrs. Goodman is very good to me. And this place is amazing. But I still want to travel with you.
Hey, Eagle. Can I tell you something? It's about a captain of the guard who lived in a far-off land. He died in battle, fighting, to protect his kingdom.
Just like my mother and father.
And this man's father, he lies sick in bed at the shock of his loss. The captain's father has been of great help to all of us. We owe him a great deal. I was thinking, if you would spend some time with the captain's father, I believe it might help him get better.
No me gusta que no se le pueda ver la cara a Agnes.
What?
El sombrero.
So you didn't come to ask me to go with you? That's a shame. Okay, I'll do it. I can't say no to you.
Thank you so much, Eagle.
If this is Eagle's decision, I won't stop him. But you come back anytime you want, okay?
I will. Thanks for everything, Mrs. Goodman.
No hay ningún objeto nuevo ni nada, ¿no? No. Conversación. Los pensamientos de Tis. ¿Te preocupa algo, Tis? Pareces pensativo. Oh, sí, un poco. ¿Estás pensando en el Jill? Se acaba de instalar en casa de los Goodman y ya tiene que marcharse a otro lugar. Sí, también está eso. ¿También eso? Te refieres a Eleanor, ¿no? Sí, fue idea de los dos acogerlo y ahora, después de este tiempo, seguro que le duele separarse de él. Me siento fatal. Yo igual, esbozó una sonrisa al despedirse, pero por dentro me temo que era inevitable. Podemos animarlo a que le escriba cuando se instale en Caltisla. Tampoco me importaría acercar al chico a la casa de los Goodman de vez en cuando. Oh, buena idea. ¿Y no nos estamos olvidando de alguien? Hemos traído al chico con toda la buena intención, pero sin haberlo planificado. ¿Qué pasa si el posado dice que no? Todo depende de él. Creo que no tengo un plan B. Hagámosle una visita al rey antes de que los dos se conozcan. Pues hay que ir a ver al rey de Caltisla. Así que vuelta al barco. Ya solo me queda el continente de arriba a la izquierda por visitar. Que yo creo que es donde está el imperio. Vale, vamos. Pues a nosotros tenemos un montón de vida. Tis con los críticos también. Uf, hace un daño. Idea apenas hace críticos. Vale, vamos a volver. La cosa es que tenemos otra historia más en Caltisla. Pues esto es en plan para alargar un poco más el juego. Meterle un poquillo de relleno. Porque nosotros ya hemos estado yendo al cristal de la Tierra, ¿no? Ah, claro, los sacos se fueron contra voladores. Como en Fire Emblem. Vamos a ver. Vale, tenemos que ir a ver al rey. Estoy por pasarme por la tienda por si hay cosas nuevas. No. Era de esperar.
That about sums it up. What do you think, Your Majesty?
A fine idea, I must say. Eggle, it is admirable of you to agree to follow in the innkeep's footsteps. The kingdom of Capítulo welcomes you.
You see, I want to be a powerful soldier one day, like my mother and father before me, like Tiz. I want to be a mighty warrior with a kind heart who can protect the ones he loves.
Well said, well said. Fine sentiments for a boy to have. Very well then. You shall be given access to our training hall, Eggle. And I would be honored if you would accept this gift.
Le va a dar una espada. Ah, un escudito.
What is it?
A badge we give
Ah,
our
no,
young
insignia.
soldiers. My captain of the guard, Owen, also wore one once. This marks you as an apprentice soldier for the kingdom, Eggle. I hope to see you train hard and become a first-rate soldier.
Wow! Thank you!
Thank you, Your Highness.
By the way, Tiz, how is the reconstruction of
La
Norende
reconstrucción
village
del pueblo de
proceeding?
Norende.
With all your travels to save the world from peril, you must find little time to
Tengo que
return,
reconstruir el
no?
pueblo.
Perhaps you could put Eggle here in charge of the reconstruction?
Reconstruction?
You would be acting on Tiz's behalf.
I'll do it!
Are you sure you can handle all of this at once? Helping out at the inn, training to be a soldier, and supervising the reconstruction?
Y todo se lo dejan a un niño.
No sweat for me!
You have unlimited potential, Eggle. When the time comes, you shall choose your own path. Until then, be fearless.
¿Y ahora qué tengo que hacer? Entonces, lo de reconstruir el pueblo de Capítulo, yo tengo que hacer algo.
I will!
Capítulo, no, perdón, Norende. Tengo que darles dinero, una cosa así.
Oh, it's you. It's been a while. Ah, you have a young boy with you. And what's this? He wears the badge of a young soldier. That takes me back. My son treasured his above all else. You remind me of him a bit, you know?
I want to be like your son Owen one day. My mother and father were guards as well.
You don't say. I'm sure you'll get there one day.
So you have returned, Baltinus.
No sé cuándo me voy a llevar a enfrentarme a
Not
externos.
long ago.
I was told you have an urgent report. Can it not wait until the Council of Six convenes?
No, it cannot. It appears the fire crystal has been awakened.
Este es el que yo sospecho que es
The remaining
Ringable.
Black Blades continue to fight
No sé por qué,
alongside
hubo una
the
escena en la que
Swordbearers.
dije, uy,
However, no word has come from
como
Commander
una doble
Conley's
personalidad o algo así.
It seems that morale is plummeting.
Our only option left is an all-out defense of the Earth Crystal. We must cut our losses in that realm.
You propose that we abandon the Black Blades, the forces of the Duchy's 1st Division?
We have underestimated the Wind Vestal. We shall not make that mistake again. You or I. If the Earth Crystal were to be awakened, there would no longer be hope for this world, and our ideals would fade to nothingness.
But the Wind Vessel has no way of traversing the highlands that surround the Duchy. Only the heavy airships helmet
Claro, no tenemos barco volador.
and the propulsion necessary to make the journey.
Do not be so sure. The Wind Vestal has thus far outmatched us at every turn.
Yo creo que lo siguiente que tenemos que hacer es
Destroy it
eso.
immediately. seems the Council of Six may have to deal with the best.
Coger alguna levicita para hacer que el barco vuelva a volar.
Allow me to interrupt.
You.
I'm glad the innkeep was willing to take in Egil.
Egil said he looks so much like his late grandfather, it's scary.
Enough about that. We must go to awaken the Earth Crystal. But we have no way of entering the Duchy of Eternia. Perhaps it's time to get out that creepy journal of yours, Ringabel.
I'd hardly call it creepy. Anyway, I'll see what I can find. There are a few notes that might apply. Earth Crystal, Grand Ship, Engine Room. Those are the words that seem to be coming up.
Grand ship? Perhaps we'll find a lead there.
¿El grandeza? ¿Eso qué es? O sea, el barco, este que había en mitad del mar. ¡Oh! Siguiente misión secundaria. Que vamos a hacerla antes de hacer la principal. Eso siempre. Ah, mira, se puede volver a entrar al barco este fantasma. Pero vamos a la misión secundaria. Tenemos que volver allí. Que ahí debería de ser lo del ninja. ¿Y a quién hago ninja? ¿A Tis? Creo que Tis me gusta ninja. ¿Ninja arquero? Puede estar guay. Porque seguro que el ninja le aumenta más aún la agilidad. Para con agilidad divina esa hacer mucho más daño. Pero el ninja no sé qué armas lleva. Si llevará espadas o dagas. Supongo que dagas. Uy, 10 está a punto de subir ladrón. Vamos, que quiero llegar rápido. Ya no hago ni lo de cargar con Ringabel y Aime porque esto no quita vida. Está atacando con básico. Bueno, Ringabel sí que quita un poquillo. Vamos a ver. Creo que no sé nada más entrar. Vale, es en la casa. Pues podría haberme lo he puesto antes cuando venía por ahí y en vez de tener que volver de nuevo. A ver qué pasa aquí.
I've been expecting you. Thank you so much for what you have done.
Oh, Commander Goodman. It's good to see you at home for a change.
I came as soon as I could when I heard the Wind Vessel was holding a banquet in my honor.
What?
A banquet?
My wife is also most pleased. You can see she's all in a bustle getting things ready. I did wonder at seeing the names of Officers Steiner and Neuer on the invitation. How did you know the names of our shield-bearer officers, Vestal? I don't remember introducing you.
Hold on. You've lost me, I'm afraid.
Well, I received your letter saying that you'd like to hold a banquet at my residence.
I have no recollection of sending such a letter.
Is that so? Strange. I'm quite certain it was signed in your name.
What?
Never mind that, everyone. The banquet shall be ready soon.
Well, I'd hate to put this food to waste. And Eleanor seems so happy.
Indeed. We would be delighted to join you.
Excellent. Please, this way.
Va a ser alguna especie de trampa.
I say, the Wind Vestal is much younger than I had imagined.
She may be young, but I hear she's quite capable. They say she's already saved our hides several times.
Allow me to introduce everyone. These are my chiefs of operations. My closest advisors, you might say.
My name is Saranish Steiner. It is a great honor to walk in the light of your countenance, Lady Vestal.
I am Savish Neuer. I'm very glad to make your acquaintance, Lady Vestal.
Pleased to meet you both.
Well, now that formalities are out of the way, let's head to the...
Daniel,
What is it?
I just opened a letter that arrived this morning.
A letter? There's no sender on the back. Let me see.
Madre mía.
Daniel Goodman, Shield Bearer Commander, shall die this
Ah,
night.
vale, pues sí, era una trampa.
What on earth? Is this some kind of sick joke? Who would send such a thing?
It came this morning. I think Nastasia, our servant, collected it.
I don't like this one bit.
Well, we veterans should be able to look after ourselves. We should enjoy the feast, Commander Goodman.
You are right. Are you okay, Eleanor?
Yes. I'll bring the food now.
Please accept my apologies for this disruption, everyone.
Not at all. That letter chilled my blood.
A death threat, it seems.
Ring a bell? Don't say such things.
Ok.
That was Eleanor's voice.
Han atacado a la mujer.
What is wrong?
Something terrible has happened. It's Nastasia. She's dead.
Ustedes.
Nastasia is dead. She was not breathing and had no pulse.
We believe a blow to the back of her head with a blunt object is what killed her. But we
placed her body in
¿Me
bed for
explicas? Claro, es una ninja a la que supuestamente me voy a enfrentar. Y ya sabéis qué es lo que ha hecho. Puede desaparecer en las sombras muy rápido.
I'm afraid not. This residence was formerly a stronghold. There aren't any windows on the first floor.
So that means we're trapped?
What on earth is going on? Who killed that servant? I was preparing the food with Nastasia just before. Right up until I opened that threatening lift, I noticed nothing amiss at that point.
Madre mía, ¿va a ser el
Then it
llano?
must have been you who killed her. Who else here would have had the chance?
Nonsense. Why would my wife ever do such a thing?
I have no idea. Perhaps she was the one who wrote that letter as well.
No, I would never harm a fly.
But you were the only one who could have been with the servant at the time she was killed.
Nah.
Wait,
Demasiado
the
fácil.
culprit will not be found through conjecture.
That said, the murderer must be among us. The front door has not been opened since we arrived. None have entered, and none have left. That leaves...
I would never accuse the Vestal. But how can we trust you other three? We know nothing about you.
That's just...
I'm sure I appear suspicious. After all, I have no memory and know not my own past.
There's no one who can attest to my background either.
Oh, for pity's sake! Why do you travel with companions of such dubious origin, Vestal?
They show up, and all of a sudden the servant dies. Isn't the timing a little convenient?
Va a ser uno de estos dos.
Enough.
Sobre todo la chica, porque la chica está haciendo muchas preguntas, muchas acusaciones a todo el mundo.
And you well know how much they have aided the shield bearers already. I won't stand to hear the Vestal and her allies insulted.
However, in that case, the finger of blame can point only to your...
Wait, allow me to take charge of this matter for now. I would ask that you all remain calm.
Vale, pues hay que buscar al asesino, ¿no?
Do you have any idea who the culprit is, Vestal?
No, not yet.
The wife does...
Framed?
I'd have my eye on Officer Neuer if I were you. Something strikes... She is obsessed with furthering her career. I doubt she'd hesitate. Forgive me for saying this, but she'll stop at nothing. You should see the way she looks at Commander Goodman, batting those. And she blatantly acts as if she's his wife in front of others. Even though he has a splendid wife back at home, she uses any excuse. She's always holding strategy meetings and wanting to... As you can see, Commander Goodman is a sincere, earnest...
Entiendo.
And the Civil War, at this rate, she'll end up a mere officer, and Commander Goodman will go... Perhaps she saw this banquet as her chance to make a move. Oh, and not a word to anyone about this. If she... In any case, you should consider this, lady.
Vale.
I trust you will ensure that we get out of...
I'll do my best.
Who do you... The evidence all points to the wife, no? She presents herself... Perhaps she resents Commander Goodman for not... Sending death threats before following through takes a cold, calculating criminal. The thought makes my blood curdle. If this is true, I feel so sorry for poor
Madre mía, que la puesto un
for the
mote.
commander. He has worked hard for his... But if you want my honest opinion, I think another may be responsible. Another person? This is for your ears only. I have heard disturbing. He has worked his way up the ranks, serving with merit in promotion after promotion, and now he is Joint Chief of Operations. If the war continues, Commander Goodman may very well die in battle, and Steiner may be next in... However, then you came along and put his achievements to shame. The wars, his mind is always plotting strategy, both on and off the battlefield. He must have used you.
Then why did he kill the servant first?
That is what makes him so shrewd. He is in first the servant. Then he picks us off one by one as we turn on one another.
Pues mira que más sospechosa la parte de la neue esta. Pero... yo no se puede especificar la escala de la sirvienta.
Poking around isn't going to bring her back, ring a bell.
Yes, I know.
Show some respect for the dead, ring a...
No puede especificar nada más.
How are you holding up, Eleanor? I can't believe this is happening. With my husband home at last. Please believe me. I have not killed a soul. How long had the servant girl been working at your residence? Not long, in truth. I employed her when we took Egel in. But it has been a blessing having her around.
Vale.
It was good to have someone to
Va a ser la
talk to
sirvienta.
after Egel left the house.
No está muerta.
Did she mention anyone that may wish to cause
Es
harm?
la ninja haciéndose pasar por muerta o algo así.
No, she was a good girl. Don't take it too hard. I'll try not to.
Envenenar comida para matarlos a todos. Aparece de repente. Justo cuando contratan a ella. Huele feo.
I am sorry you were dragged into this wind vessel.
No need to apologize. I think it is your wife.
Yes, you are right. Do you have...
Not so. Do you have any enemies, Commander Goodman?
Well, there are plenty of sword bearers out, but I'd like to think no ally holds a grudge against me. Officers Steiner and Neuer have been steadfast in their support throughout...
What do you know of Nastasia, the murdered servant?
Today was the first time I'd met her, actually. I've not been...
I see.
Es que va a
I
ser
doubt
ella.
that Commander Goodman is behind.
I feel it best that I speak with everyone, just in...
Often, the least like...
Even when death threats are made?
Especially when there are death threats. This whole... an invitation to a banquet, sent in the name of... Of course, whoever is behind this invited their intended victim. If it was Commander Goodman, they could have concocted these mysterious
If that's the case...
Killing the servant may have been a diversion, either Officer Steiner or both.
Wait, it's too early to jump to conclusions. I can't imagine...
Then maybe...
Your attention, please. Until we identify the cult, eventually the others will realize something is amiss. Once they do, they'll break us out of here. We just have to wait.
In the same room as a murderer? That simply will not do!
I agree! Officer Neuer and I were not mentioned in the death threat, but we certainly do not feel safe.
As long as we all stay in one place, the offender will not be able to take action. We all agree with the commander. Right, Anyas? Indeed.
I must ask you to be patient, officers.
Yes.
It seems we have no...
Are you all right, Officer Steiner?
Adiós.
Officer Steiner!
He's dead.
But how? What happened?
He was in agony. It must have been poison. He had just drank some tea, correct?
Hostias.
Poisoned?
Lo he dicho yo, el banquete
The
envenenado.
commander's wife poured tea for us all just now. The poison must have been in that! What? Officer Steiner was the only one to drink it. The rest of us had yet to take even a sip. That is all the evidence we need. It was you, you she-devil. You've shown your true colors.
Calm down, Officer Neuer.
Calm down? Commander, this woman just tried to kill you. Officer Steiner is dead. But it could have just as easily been you, the wind vestal, her companions, or me. Good heavens, no! Me? Use poison? Don't try and tell us it wasn't you. Tie this...
Unfortunately, under these circumstances, I cannot see how...
But, Daniel...
I am sorry, Eleanor. I shall have to confine you in the cellar until... Is this acceptable, Vestal?
Yes.
Pero yo sigo pensando que es la sirvienta, que es la que ha preparado el
Must
té.
be some kind of mistake? Are you still on that woman's...
But what is her motive? Why would she and by means that could only point the finger?
We can find out what her reasons were later. At least... Now we just need to find a way out of here. She must have been the one who jammed the front door as well.
We should go and have another look.
I'm not going anywhere. No way.
Very well. I'll stay here with...
Pero vamos, que también son muy tontos si estando en esta situación se ponen a comer o a beber.
Everything has gone dark.
Who extinguished the light?
Un banquete de repente.
Feeling about this?
Commander Goodman, get the lights on now.
I will. Just a moment.
The lights are back.
Look, Officer Neuer.
No way.
Ah,
What's
una
wrong?
muerta.
I heard a scream. Officer Neuer, stay with me.
That woman did...
Woman? Which woman? Officer Neuer!
Is she dead?
Yes.
So, she was attacked in the brief time that the...
Could the woman Officer Neuer mentioned be your wife?
Impossible. She's confined to the cellar. She had no way of killing Officer Neuer.
Could there be a secret exit out of the cellar? You've not spent much time at home, Commander Goodman, so perhaps you were simply not aware of it. Your wife, Eleanor, could have constructed a hidden passage.
Never.
She may have started a murder spree. Now she's been found out as the killer.
That's pure conjecture. There's no proof yet that Eleanor had anything to do with this. Let's go and talk with her. That is our only path of action right now.
I'll stay here.
O alguno de los oficiales estos se está haciendo pasar por muerto. ¿Vale? Porque el del veneno... O es la sirvienta. Que está ahí arriba. Vamos, porque no creo que sea ni la mujer ni el propio capitán. ¿Te imaginas que es el propio capitán?
Something happened. I heard a yell from upstairs.
Have you been here the whole time?
Yes,
Let's look for a hidden passage.
a hidden passage. What are you talking about?
Do you deny that you used a hidden passage to sneak upstairs and slay Officer Neuer?
I know nothing of any hidden passage.
I believe you are telling the truth. But that means we have a bigger problem. If you are innocent, then it must mean
Claro,
that
es que eso
Commander's...
es.
What? Daniel? A murderer?
Only because there is nobody else it could be.
The four of us have stayed together the whole time, so we cannot be responsible. The only other survivors here are you and your husband. Right before Neuer breathed her last, she indicated her... That makes you the only suspect.
But...
There must be. Otherwise, there are no other women here. Except...
What is it?
Wait. How could we be so stupid?
Hemos dejado al comandante solo.
We must return to Commander Goodman at once.
La sirvienta.
Your mind, shield bearer. The meddling wind vessel and her companions are next for the night. So let me make good on that threat.
Commander Goodman, watch out! You saved me.
I don't believe it. Isn't that the servant, Nastasia? But she was the first to die.
I confirmed it myself. She had no pulse.
But she was the only woman in the house, other than Eleanor, and it seems we have been fooled by an elaborate ruse.
Who on earth are you? Reveal yourself!
It has taken all my training to keep up my death ruse this moment. Now you and your companions have unmasked me.
Where is the real Nastasia?
Who knows? Perhaps she's melting away in the lava pits of Mount Carker by now. Really, your guess is as good as mine.
You fiend!
I was but a hair's breadth away from terminating my target, and then the wind vessel of all people has to show up. I certainly did not expect your arrival, I must admit. But that simply means I will add you and your followers to the list of victims to fall prey to my blade. Just as the fire vessel did at the Temple of Fire 3 years ago.
You were the one who took the fire vessel's life!
La que mató a la bestia.
Then you are a member of the Black Blades?
That is correct. I'm Konoe Kikyo, professional killer and leader of the Black Blades covert forces.
La que no habla.
She's gone quiet. I've seen this woman near this residence before. She was just my type, so, I mean, she looked suspicious, so I chased after her, but she gave me a swift rebuff.
What? You mean this is the girl you were chasing after that time?
Here she comes!
Vamos a ver. ¿Qué tal? Va a tener habilidades de desaparecer, cosas así. Sustracción. No, drenaje no. Vamos a... O sea, que no tengo casi PMs. Vamos a empezar a quitarle PMs porque... combinación. Ether y ether en armas. Podemos quitar los dos. Creo que estaba 160. No, está bien. Ah, claro, es un ninja. Va a tener... Ok. Ok. Va a tener lo de esquivar súper fácil, estoy seguro. Vamos a empezar a probar a ver si es débil a alguna magia. ¡Oh! Vale, lo ha salvado su habilidad, ¿eh? Lo ha salvado la habilidad que reduce daño. Vale, Agnes le quita muchísimo. Creo que le ha quitado más con Piro. Aún teniendo lo de potenciar fuego. O sea, potenciar hielo. Vamos a... ¡Ay! ¿Qué le pongo? ¿Qué le pongo? Electro mismo. Vamos a ver si es débil a electro. No lo creo, no creo que sea débil a ningún elemento. Pero bueno, por probar. Qué raro que no hubiera atacado a Tis todavía. Vale, no es débil a rayo. No es débil a ningún elemento. Solo me faltaría por probar tierra, pero vamos, no creo que sea débil a tierra. No sé si le he robado al final, al principio. Lo que más le ha quitado ha sido Pil. Vale, si está defendiendo, yo creo que debería defender también. Que va a hacer algo. ¿Eso qué es? Pues vamos, a mí su semi no me dice nada. Voy a defenderme por si acaso hacer un ataque. Uf, va a ser que puede esquivarlo todo o algo así. Es que tengo miedo de gastar un turno en hacer algo y que... Lázaro, Atis, sanación, primer auxilio y primer auxilio. Uf, Fedea, muere. Voy a gastar un par de turnos sin hacer nada. Lo bueno es que las magias parece ser que no las esquiva. Así que las magias las come siempre. Por lo que... Vale. Al menos parece que no tiene habilidades de estas del área que sean muy fuertes. Así que no tenemos... No debería ser mucho problema. La verdad es que los jefes que nos estamos últimamente no son una gran cosa. Vamos a ver, espero que no ataque a... Buah. Claro, golpe rápido será que le asegura ser la primera atacando. Por lo menos es lo que parece. Pero no está siendo muy complicado. Simplemente cuando hace el golpe ese doble a alguien, pues obviamente lo mata. Venga, a ver, no. Ahora. Vale, vamos a usar dos Lázaros. Una idea y otra venga, a ver. Sin ataques en área no puede matarlos. el cura más tiros. Va por idea, a muerte. No me deja resucitarla. Vamos a seguir atacándole porque si no, cada vez que haga eso me va a empezar a matar a uno. Ahora voy a por Ringabel. Ah, vale, no se vale. Vale, perfecto. Entonces ahora va a hacer el ataque ese que ha hecho antes de ese raro Inusumi o algo así se llamaba. ¿No? Sí. Ususemi. Que yo creo que le permite como hacer... esquivar cualquier cosa. O algo así. Es lo que ha pasado antes, vaya. Voy a echar mi coraza a Ringabel para que si le hace el golpe rápido. ¡Oh! No te creo. Fugacidad es como una especie de contraataque, ¿no? Si ahora idea le pega. ¿Qué hace eso? Vale, no. Solo partes es que solo hace una vez. Buah, voy a usar el golpe rápido y me va a matar a Ringabel, seguro. Oh, esa idea. Me voy a quedar sin PMs. Otra vez. Vale, pues si idea le pega, te va a contraatacar. ¿Ves? Vale, salto alto. Espero que no lo esquive. Situación. Lleno más. Y ahora Ringabel va a hacer un combinación. Y antes. Vale. Ahora va a atacar. Así que... Vamos a seguir con los hielos más. Y aquí... para curar a... nada. Digo, para curar a idea. Sí, mi canas. Espero no matarla mientras idea está muerta, ¿eh? Uff. Vale, pues... objetos, pluma de Fénix. Ay, Agnes. Es que claro, sin Lázaro me tengo que hacer una combinación, excusame. Acción X. Ether seco. 500 PM. Joder. No, no le falta tampoco eso. Con Ether turbo. Suficiente. Un Ether turbo y un cura idea. Claro, el potencial a los efectos de las habilidades, por lo que el Ether turbo le da el doble de PM. Salto alto. Tis, Filia Divina. Y Ringabel. Lázaro a Agnes. Y cura más a Agnes. Espero que no ataque a Ringabel y lo mate. Vale, o sea, hasta el Suseno. Perfecto. Aspir y hielo más. La cosa es que va a esquivar y se lo va a controlar. Pues mira, es casi que mejor que el maestro espadachín este que también contraatacaba. Se dedicaba a eso. Pues casi que mejor me está pareciendo el ninja. Nada más que tiene que gastar un turno en echarse el Susemi. Pero bueno, es que el maestro espadachín también gastaba un turno en echarse todas las cosas. Machaca almas, diezmo. Pero hasta que se me duerma, ¿no? No es que esté teniendo mucha estrategia en combate realmente. ¡Hala! Muerta. Bueno, ha sido más pesado que difícil, la verdad. Y el ladrón. Robo a saco. ¿Eso que roba más? Y ninja. Asesino. Ninja. Lucha con rapidez y con 2 armas. Gran potencia con 2 armas. Prefiere dagas. Arte de la evasión. ¿Por qué se lo ponen a Agnes? A ver, es bueno, sí, con las dagas. Pero entonces le vamos a tener que quitar los arcos a Tis. Y tiene una. Parece que tiene una habilidad que quita más si tiene 2
Any
armas.
last words before you meet your maker?
Ninja con.
So,
Es
the
que ella
ninja
abre casi
chooses
como-
to remain silent upon her death?
You think? It looks like she has something to say. Look, she's changed her disguise again.
I failed to assassinate the shield bearer commander, but at least I was able to eliminate 2 of the shield bearer officers. Not a bad result. All said. Unfortunately, the wind vessel I had used as bait actually appeared. There was no way I could have anticipated this turn of events. Perhaps this is what I get for taking the fire vessel's life. My punishment for not heeding the swordmaster's warnings. It was a regrettable misstep. If only the fire vessel had not ignored my warning and leapt into the lava pit.
Habla muy rápido cuando se transforma en otra persona.
What did you say? What happened to the fire vessel?
It's no use. She's dead.
Pero ha dicho que fue ella la que mató a la
I
bestia
owe
del
you and your
fuego.
companions a great debt, Wind Vessel. Though we lost 2 of our officers, I consider it a blessing that you and my wife escaped I have done my wife a disservice. I was not able to trust her completely.
It was a tough situation we were placed in.
From now on, I'll do my best to spend more time at home, even when I'm busy.
That would certainly set me at ease. It gets lonely in this big house by myself.
Qué pobre mujer.
Commander Goodman! Officer Steiner! Officer No...
I am unscathed, as are my wife and the Wind Vestal's party.
I'll get the door open now! Please, stand back!
That's one banquet I won't forget.
Vale, pues quiero ver en Tis. Vale, sí, era el ninja. Es que faltaba aquí en medio. 2 armas. Al llevar un arma en cada mano, por lo general solo se aplica el 50% del ataque físico de las armas al ataque físico del personaje. Esta habilidad de apoyo permite que se aplique el 100%. ¡Hostia! ¿Qué dices? O sea, si yo ahora mismo le aprendo a idea 2 armas y le pongo 2 espadas. Perdona. Que supongo que aprenderá 2 armas. Quiero creer. Vale, vamos a quitar eso y le vamos a poner... ¿Dónde está el ladrón? Que por cierto he aprendido una habilidad, ¿no? Robo a saco. Esto que hace. Robamos objetos de los enemigos. Uf, tampoco... Pero el saber de arcos sí lo tenemos que quitar. Así que... Le vamos a quitar... No sé qué le vamos a poner. Antiparálisis, no. Cambio de tornas. ¿Cambio de tornas qué hace? Aumento de para esquivar a un ataque enemigo. ¡Oh! Perfecto. El ladrón supuestamente se basa en eso, por lo tanto. Ahora tengo que comprar dagas. 2 kunais. Es que lo de 2 armas, rotísimo, ¿no? Buah, pues me gusta un montón Tis como ladrón. Está muy guay. O sea, como ladrón no, como ninja, perdón. Ladrón ninja. Buah, pero lo de tener las dos... Porque claro, es que ya te digo, si yo aprendo eso a idea... Vale, no tendría tanto ataque en una mano, pero tendría dos manos. Vale, pues me gusta el ninja, está muy guay. Vale. Agnes... Quiero también cambiarla a invocadora. Quizá cuando aprenda el magia negra 12 o maga blanca, para que también suba al 5. Por ver si la invocadora aprende algo guay. Seguro que aprende algo chulo, en plan que las invocaciones gasten menos PMs o que me dan estados alterados o alguna cosa así. No sé, es que a mí los invocadores me gustan, pero en este juego... Y quiero la levicita ya, a ver si me la dan para poder volver al templo del viento y conseguir la invocación que hay de allí. Jutsu, golpe rápido. Golpe rápido. Vamos a ver Stis, ¿qué tal? Uy, le he dado a... Bueno, no pasa nada. Vamos a ver qué tal con el ladrón. No sé. No sé. Es que estoy muy acostumbrado al arco. Con el arco hacía mucho daño. A lo mejor si en vez de dagas le pongo que aprenda... Porque había esta de maestría de espadas, ¿no? De hecho creo que la tenía... No, creo que la aprende el caballero. Lo de el saber de espadas. O a lo mejor el... No, porque el otro no usa espadas, usa katanas. Seguro que si le pongo el saber de espadas, Tis podrá tener más daño. Es que creo que quita menos. Ah, bueno, claro, es que el ninja ahora mismo lo tiene a nivel 2. Por lo que claro que quita menos. Quiero que se aprenda lo de 2 armas. Si lo aprende más o menos prontito para ponérselo a la idea. Porque si lo aprende como última habilidad, porque me parece que está bastante fuerte. Como para aprenderlo en primer lugar. Son 600. Claro, tenemos que ir a hacer crítico porque pega más golpes. No sé, vamos a dejárselo por ahora, sí, total. No hace mal daño, tampoco hace más o menos el mismo. Ahora mismo un poco menos, pero porque tendrá que subirlo de nivel. Y porque a lo mejor no tengo yo dagas muy buenas. Porque claro, vosotros pensáis que yo no sabía ningún personaje con dagas, entonces a lo mejor puede ser por eso por lo que no tengo muy buenas dagas.
Stop by later, okay? I'll give you a special treat.
Vale, señor.
Ah, there you are. I can't give you any liquor, but you can help yourself to anything else on the menu.
Are you sure? That's very generous of you.
Make yourselves at home. I've taken a shine to you all.
I'll have the braised shanks and spicy seafood steak.
Fluffy cheese omelet, please. Oh, and a palatial parfait deluxe.
Sauteed wild pheasant and the slow-cooked country...
Sweet herb and nut porridge and some jam-slathered toast.
Sure thing.
What?
What was that?
We've been having that a lot lately. Friendship might be finally coming apart.
Yikes! Oh, that was a big...
How long ago was Grandship built?
They say it's been 3,000 or 4,000
Vale.
years. Basically a lot.
Wow. It's that.
All right, it's all ready. Help yourself to seconds, of course.
Let's eat!
That was a feast in a...
Is that all you're having, Agnes? You eat like a sparrow. I live by modest means at the temple, and I still get full very easily.
Say, proprietor, do you have any plans tonight? Shall we take a stroll?
Ahora le estoy ligando bastante
listen
a
to the waves?
esa señora, podría ser su madre.
What's this guy on about?
There we go again. That sound gives me the shivers.
¿Algún monstruo marino?
We're all used to it here. The whole town floats on the sea, after all. It's nothing out of the ordinary for it to creak and...
I'm stuck.
You ate too much, Tiz. But do men always eat such volume?
Well, I guess so. I haven't pigged out that much in a while, though.
I see. Quite an appetite.
Oh, good of you to stop by.
Hi there.
Greetings. Ah, the wind vestal.
Rare to see you both here together. The usual taps?
No, I'm good today. I'm glad we ran into you guys here.
Huh?
You'd best flee the ship soon.
Flee?
The whole place moved!
¿Qué pasa?
Agnes, proprietor.
Vaya, me veo algún
Hold on to me
típico
a second.
calamar de estos
I'm
gigantes.
good.
Then you worry.
Un kraken, no sé.
I can fly, fool! The ground shaking does nothing to me.
No.
This place is sinking.
They're in a panic up on deck.
What? Se hunde. Pues creo que voy a guardar y lo voy a dejar aquí, chicos. Y en el siguiente vemos qué pasa con este barco, si es que lo está atacando algún bicho o que realmente está hundiéndose. Así que nada, nos vemos en el siguiente. Adiós. Espera, antes de irte, agradecerte por haber visto el vídeo y me haré muy feliz si te suscribieras al canal. Nada más. Adiós, adiós.